Who is this? Frogz Master. Wait a minute, what was that guy named again? Frogz Master. Is this actually the one and only and true Frogz Master? It is I, Frogz Master. Hello everyone, this is Frogz Master. So, frogs, and this really shouldn't come as a surprise, but yeah, they're getting worse. Now, what I mean by that is, well, not with the wires, because for actually over a decade now, those wires have been pulling off of some of them. I mean, remember, I had gotten that Pondy replay back in Christmas 2007, and I remember opening it up, and I pushed the button, and it moved, sang, perfectly, really quick. Just moved over either to the left or the right. It probably went to the left first. I think they all do that. But the Pondy replay went over to the left, and then it went back to like the middle or whatever, and the wire came off. Yeah, I'm not gonna forget that. That was in 2007. Okay. That's not the thing, though. Frogs are just starting to show even more symptoms, And mainly, well, I guess it's a couple things, actually. It's the mouths and the heads. Morally, right now, I would say most of it is probably the mouths, though. Because their mouths have just been breaking. Like a lot more than what they used to. I've got that guy right there. Now, I put it in the description of his video, but his mouth broke on camera. And it was the gear where when it splits, it makes the mouth really loud and buzz and shake really weirdly. There's a video on YouTube already of a rapper's delight just like that, where it sadly does that with the mouth. But it happened to this guy too. Same exact thing, same gear. And with another one, him, because I know he was repaired by iFrogzy, but his mouth was broken in a different way. It was the other gear. The gear that was usually breaking in the frogs' mouths from earlier. The other times, But he got repaired, his mouth moved, but then that other gear split in the mouth. The same gear from him and him. And, he did the same thing as these two. He buzzed. His mouth went crazy. Yeah, I really don't like it when that happens. That is so annoying. You just witness it all happen. And with that rapper's delight there, no, actually, with that rapper's delight, I think it was the gear that would usually split in their mouths, not the gear from those three. Now, I'm pretty sure there is another frog, though. If I'm not wrong. His mouth doesn't move. I think he actually had the gear split that was from, these other three that I mentioned. It's just he didn't really make the same loud noises and jarring sounds that they usually do, because his mouth still opens smoothly. You see, when one of the gears splits in the frog's mouths, when it's one of those gears, you can actually open the mouth still really smoothly, and it seems like it's not broken. But when the other gear splits in the mouth gets stuck, and it kind of sounds like it's snapping when you try to move it, but you're not actually snapping it. It's just something with the gear. Maybe you know what I'm talking about, maybe you don't. Some of you must, maybe at least one of you, because there's some on here that have repaired Frogz, so you might know what I was talking about there. I don't want to get too complicated into this, though. I don't want to make it too crazy. So, I think a lot of more mouths on these Frogz are going to be breaking in the same ways that this one did, and that one, and that one. And I know I don't have a video of it happening, but there's the video of that Rapper's Delight, not that exact one, but of the fuzzy Rapper's Delight, where the mouth breaks in that way, and I think that's just going to happen to a lot of these. It'll happen to him, and her, and just all the others. When I'm 64, I think it might happen to him soon, actually. But, it could be the other gear. It doesn't matter. If the mouth breaks, it's still not good, but yeah. There's the other thing, of course. The heads. That is something that has really been happening now. Not so much the gears splitting in the heads. That still seems to be really good on a lot of Frogz. It's usually always good on Indy clubs. Their heads usually always work. The gears don't split in there. It works on him, fuzzy green, factory error one. Of course, that's like, it's a little bit later when that was made, I think, but Rapper's Delight, Future So Bright, Evil Ways. I know a couple of those are a couple years newer, but still, their heads usually never split, especially the ones that go side to side. Those do not usually ever split. Those gears just hold up. But there is a problem with the Frogz that move their heads, and that is the wire. Again, something with wires. It's surprising that the wires that have to deal with the mouths on these haven't been coming off. I have one item where that's the case, but I guess that's not been happening for the Frogz. But with the wires with the heads, it sure has. I know it's like this with my shiny green in the club. It's like this with my shiny pink Get the Party Started. It's possible there's something with We're Not Going to Take It and the wire, actually, although I don't know for sure. I'm just saying that. I bet something will happen to Save a Horse Ride a Cowboy because his head moves really quick. Yeah, something's going to happen there, I'm sure. Oh, and of course, how could I forget this one, where I actually saw it stop moving when that wire is pulled off. And it's the wire when nothing's buzzing or anything. His head may stop moving because my other Christmas one, right there, his wire came off. And that one I know 100% for sure. Yeah. But none of these other Frogz really have splitting gears in their heads. Except for him. His gear actually is splitting, although he's one of the older Frogz, so I guess that makes more sense. Okay. Look, it was 9 minutes long. Is that bad? Is that good? I don't know. I just wanted to bring that up. I already got a video similar to this, but this one's different. I'll have a better video out today, don't worry. I know what I'm doing. I know what it's gonna be. Okay, peace.